If you've ever followed a musical artist on pretty much any form of social media, you've probably heard the phrase,
"I have a new song coming out. Please pre-save my music, link in my bio."
And you've probably seen them pushing harder for it than you expected. And it's probably safe for me to make the assumption that a lot of times you didn't do it. And that's okay. I'm not here to judge anybody or make you feel bad for not pre-saving. I'm here to explain from an artist's perspective why pre-saving is so important and why we post about it literally every day. From a listener's perspective, pre-saving doesn't do much. Yeah, the song appears in your library on the day that it's released, and depending on the pre-save service that the artist uses, maybe you can pre-save it to a specific playlist. But if you were gonna listen to it on day one and put it in that playlist anyway, why does it matter? Why go out of your way when you're on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube to close whatever website or app you're currently in, open up a new app, try to remember your Spotify password, update your permissions, and have to read through this privacy policy thing? Why bother? What's the use? If it's not gonna make any difference to you, why go through the trouble? Here's why. Especially if the artist providing you with the pre-save link is a small artist, an independent artist, an unrepresented artist, so me, and many other artists as well, pre-saving can actually change the trajectory of their whole career. Am I exaggerating a little bit? Maybe, but it makes sense. Hear me out. Talking in terms of Spotify specifically, because that's the one that I'm the most familiar with, when an artist is about to release music, they can pitch it to the Spotify playlist curators. And with the amount of music coming out lately, and the way it's getting easier and easier for people to produce their own music, those playlist curators are getting more playlist pitches in a single day than I can possibly imagine. They're not gonna have time to listen to all of it. So why should they listen to mine? Because I have a lot of pre-saves. I don't, but in this hypothetical scenario, let's pretend I do. So all of a sudden, these playlist curators are seeing that there's a lot of interest behind a song from an artist that they've never heard of before, and it's gonna make them pay attention. Now, what's the big deal with getting on a playlist? Getting on a playlist for a small independent artist is one of the biggest and best ways to grow our audience. I'm not just talking about user playlists like this, or like that, which, by the way, those are my playlists. You should go follow them. I'm talking about the Spotify editorial playlists. Stuff like this, or this, or even this. The reach that these playlists get is far bigger than the reach of a lot of artists. And yeah, I can grow my audience by myself. I can share my music on TikTok. I can post it here to YouTube. I can put it all over my Instagram to the point where all of my friends want to unfollow me because all I ever talk about is the fact that
"I have a song coming out tomorrow."
But that can only take me so far, so fast. I have a decent amount of followers on Instagram, and I'm almost at 20K on TikTok. That sounds like a lot, but in reality, who knows who's following me for my music? For other content? Because they know me in real life and they're too uncomfortable to unfollow? And the percentage of followers on social media who will actually then go and listen to my music is probably smaller than you'd expect. I haven't actually calculated it, but trust me, it's not that big. And this is because, to quote John Mulaney, it is far easier to not do things than to do them. So getting put on a playlist on Spotify will show my music to people that Spotify thinks will like it. Spotify is not going to put me on a heavy metal playlist. They're gonna put me on indie pop or women of indie, maybe even bedroom pop. So the people listening to those playlists are people looking for music like mine. So by pre-saving an artist's music, you're telling the streaming services, hey, this artist has a lot of interest behind them, and it might do you well to put them on a playlist. Because what Spotify wants is for more people to use their services, for more people to listen to the Spotify-generated playlists. So if they see that I have a lot of support behind me, and they put me on a playlist, they're probably gonna expect me to post that playlist on my Instagram story, on my YouTube, on my TikTok, and that will hopefully get more ears onto that playlist. Now, for Spotify, multiplying this by all the artists that are on the playlist, very worth it for them. But realistically, the audience that I'm gonna bring into a playlist is a lot smaller than the audience that a playlist could bring into me. So trust me. I know that pre-saving can be a pain in the butt sometimes. There are a lot of times that I don't even want to do it, but it can quite literally make a world of difference for the artist that you're pre-saving. So if there's an artist that you want to see go far, make sure to pre-save their music, stream it on Spotify or Apple Music or Amazon Music or Deezer or Tidal as often as you can, and that will be one of the best ways to help them grow. And also, I have a song coming out on July 1st. You should go pre-save it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you next time.